This is in iRacing at the Virginia International North course, the short course, driving the Formula 1600, and I've qualified in second position for this one. And we're underway for a 12-minute race plus 1 lap. And I come in too hot at turn 1, go out wide. I managed to keep it on the track though, but I've dropped from second back to 7th, so not a good start at all. Looking to reclaim a spot here, and I'm able to pull that move off, and I'm back up into 6th. So just making our way through Snake for the first time. So the 1600 in Formula 1600, it stands for 1600 cc's. They're pretty lightweight, they're very similar to the Formula V. They're a 4-speed manual. Got one guy off in front of me there. Oh, make that 2 guys. I think we might have even lost a third, because I think I'm actually going to be up into P3 here. Much better around turn 1 this time. Haven't been doing much iRacing lately, it's mainly been all ACC for me, so it's good to get back into iRacing again. And of course ACC is pretty much GT3s only. Well, there are other classes, but mainly people drive the GT3s. So it's a bit of fun to be able to get into a stick shifter again. I forget the name of this corner just coming up here. You'd think this would be the one where you'd be most likely to overshoot. When you're learning the course, it is. But it's actually this last corner here that really catches people out, because you're looking to get the power on to get out onto the straight. Speaking of which, our blue buddy here ran wide. It's going to cost him. We're going to pick up another spot. Alright, so back up into P3. I'm getting there. Oh, and I missed that guy by virtually inches there. It has worked out for me. It's slowed everybody else down, and it's given me the lead. Now it becomes a question of, can I hang on to it? Just a little bit. I've got a gap of almost a second at the moment. Mr. Red takes second from Mr. Blue. I suppose I could make an effort to read the names, but Mr. Red, Mr. Blue, it sounds more Reservoir Dogs, doesn't it?
So at 12 minutes, it's a pretty short race. We're actually already pretty much halfway through it. So I mentioned before that these cars are really lightweight, so it's very easy to spin off. Therefore, I just have to make sure I keep it together and don't mess it up. So these guys are really tussling for position behind me. Mr. Blue's taking it back from Mr. Red. Slight correction there as I was coming in a little bit shallow. So it was a 1 second gap before. I've got it to around 1.2, so just added a couple of tenths. Getting into a bit of a slide there, but I managed to not lose it. And I see second place is swapped around again. Mr. Red's reclaimed his second place. Yeah, the guy in blue seems to have really dropped back a bit there. Mr. Red ran a bit wide there, he got onto the grass, he lost a little bit of time. It just really shows how one little mistake can really cost you. Well, I was lucky then I locked it up. Again, fortunately, didn't get it into a slide as a result though. I was pointing pretty straight when that happened. So at this stage it's saying I'm 1.7 ahead, so increasing that lead.
bit of internet job out there. I was having a few glitches with the server while I was in the midst of this race. If that happens during the race, it ends up being recorded that way onto the replay. Okay, so I don't know what's happened to Mr. Blue, but he's gone. He's out of it. Alright, final lap. Just got to hold out for one more, not mess it up. The gap down to half a second as I'm being conservative. I'm just trying to keep it safe for this final lap. I want to go a bit wide there, and of course he's really keen to try and take that win, so he'll be pushing it pretty hard. That's why he's closing the gap on me. I'm just trying to keep it safe for this final lap. I want to go a bit wide there, and of course he's really keen to try and take that win, so he'll be pushing it pretty hard. That's why he's closing the gap on me. This is where having a reasonable amount of sim racing experience now comes in pretty handy. Keep you cool, not panic about this final lap. Alright, here we go, just coming out onto the home straight. He's not going to catch me, and I am going to get home for the win. And there it is. That was mighty cool. Man, I just let it wind down. I'll pull off and come to a stop just around turn 1 here. And as always, thanks heaps for watching, guys.